All right, so these are 10-foot PVC pipes. You can use these. The electrical conduit, this is my prototype over here. I'm gonna show you a little bit closer how this looks. This is a prototype, and then I started finding better pieces, cheaper pieces, and I'm gonna show you that. No need to show you the prototype, the parts, when I can show you the cheaper parts, right? So this is actually, let's see, I think this is 3/4. So this is 3/4 PVC. I hope you can see that. Yeah, 3/4 PVC. With this, you can actually buy the 3/4 PVC, or if the 1/2 PVC is cheaper, you can go with the 1/2 PVC pipes. And I'll show you what I'm doing is now, since I have to deal with the rabbits and I don't want to spray, I'm going to show you how you can actually garden in 10-foot sections. If you have a 10-foot row, you can use this. If you have a 20-foot row, like back here, you can actually like double them up, just put them side by side. If you have a 30-foot row, you just have to make 3 of these. So I'm gonna show you how easy it is. You get you one of the PVCs. You're gonna need 4 2-foot pieces of the conduit. This is what you're gonna need. And I'm gonna show you, these are called 90-degree elbows. So you can see it makes the 90-degree, but it has 3 spouts on it. This is the one you're looking for. You can either, it doesn't matter on this. The only thing that matters with this is if you get the 1/2 PVC, you're gonna need the 1/2 elbows. If you get the 3/4 PVC, then you're gonna need the 3/4. I'll show you the difference. You'll need the 3/4 elbow. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna use my 3/4 because that's the PVC size I'm using. So it's a PVC, I think it's 3/4 with an outlet on it is what it's called. So I'm gonna take that. Let me see if I can get you a little closer so you can actually see what I'm doing. All right, you should be able to see that. I'm gonna stick this in the ground. And I'm gonna stick this one in the ground. Try to get them as even as I can. Might not be perfect, but you want to kind of as even as it can get. This is just for stability, right? So you can see that I got that down. Next, I'll take one of those PVCs and just stick it into here. No glue necessary. All you're doing is just making a bracing. So you can see how easy I made that little triangle bracing. Then I'll come here. Should be far enough. Maybe a little bit more. There you go. Move my water bucket. And I'm going to use the exact same thing on this side. 2 more of your 2-foot pieces. 1 more 3/4 90-degree elbow with the outlet. You're going to do the same thing, same way. I'm going to see how far that 10-foot piece can carry me. And I'm going right there with it. And basically, you can see how easy that was, guys. Now I got a structure. And with most of your greens, the reason why I like this structure like this is what I'm going to show you. Most of your greens are not really going to get this tall, right? This is going to be about, I'm going to say this is about 18 inches high after you stick a little bit into the ground. You don't have to stick much, but a little bit. And what you got here is you got space for your greens to grow up without getting caught in the netting. Now the netting, I wasn't using this netting before. This is the netting I used during the summertime around the outside of the high tunnel. I want to keep it up. I just never did this side. I did the back side that's behind us, but I never did this side here. I just left it open so it was easier for me to kind of walk in and out. But this is 7-foot deer netting. I'm gonna get back a little bit. It's hard to see, but it's 7-foot deer netting that I never use. I think this comes in 100-foot rows, and I'm gonna show you easily what we gotta do. Back you up to here, and I'm just gonna take that. I'm gonna come from this way. I'm gonna take this netting and I'm just gonna roll it out. I'll start to the end, kind of outside of your angle, and you'll see me just roll it out. This is 7 foot tall. Well, not 7 foot tall. It's 4 foot, I believe. 4 foot high. I don't know why I keep saying 7 foot. But it's 100. It might be 3 foot, 3 or 4 foot by 100, but it's a 100-foot row. I'm gonna go to Home Depot before I put this video out, and then I'll put it in the video, the right size of it. So now let me show you how it's gonna look. You can look at this now. You're not gonna really see it unless I show you because it's all black. But this is the netting, how it looks here. Alright, so this is another view of it. And basically all you gotta do is roll this netting out. That's gonna cover your tender seedling. Roll it out. You're gonna space it out. This netting here falls so easily over your triangle structure. And then you would just take some regular garden staples. This is a 40 pack. I got these for $2. You take your regular garden staples like such, and that's what you would use to anchor these down. Just push them through your soil. That's gonna anchor them down. Because what you don't want is you don't want them to move around and then stick on top of your plant. You want to give it space away from the plant, so as the plant expands or gets bigger, the leaves won't get caught up in your netting. And as it grows, it'll just barely push out your netting a little bit. It may deform the leaves a little bit depending on if a leaf gets stuck in there while it's growing. But if you're vigilant and making sure no leaf gets stuck in there when it gets bigger, then you won't have any problem. So that's basically, this is a good hack. I'm telling you, I'm putting these things everywhere. You can look all down here. This is the only way that real cheap to put together, but this is the only way to ensure. Look at all my little seeds coming up. They will eat this stuff like it's brunch if you don't protect it. So this is a way I can exclude the rabbit, and I don't have to worry about spraying rabbit fence or deer fence, liquid fence, or any kind of thing on it. All I got to do is worry about now is the little worms and bugs. This is really, it's easy, it's foolproof. Like I said, if you watch my other video on how to make hoops for your raised beds, you'll see how easy it is to cut this pipe, what you have to buy to cut this pipe. Real easy, anybody can do it. And then you get this netting. I gotta go find out this kind of netting, but you get this netting, and basically you can do 10-foot sections. You can cut this PVC pipe easily. They have cutters for it, or you can use a little hacksaw. If you just got a little 6-foot bed, you can cut it to whatever size you want, but I'm gonna keep mine at all 10 foot. So you can see I got a piece of PVC over here. I'm gonna put me a row, I got another row of bush peas coming up. And also over here, I'm gonna put me another row here. And then also right here, I'm gonna finish this up and put me another row. So next time you see the high tunnel, you'll see all these little triangle frames, and that's the reason why we got them. garden hack of 2020. No more rabbits, no more deer. Thank you for watching the Grow Family Network, and as always, grow, grow, grow.